Hello, dear viewers. Thank you for joining me for your daily tarot reading. I always ask you to pick the stone that resonates with your intuition, the stone that draws you today. And we begin. I'll put the timestamps in the description box so that you can find your stone quickly. If you can't make up your mind between one or two, you can listen to more than one. For those of you who chose the green jade, we have, the Lover's card. We've got the King of Coins and we've got the Queen of Coins. Oh, for goodness sakes. Some may look at this and say, money and love and all good things are coming your way. I mean, really, this is a pretty neat reading. Some may really see it that way. And for some of you, that is the exact interpretation. Wow. For others, this is about certainly love, but also this lovely security here in maturity with the king and the queen. Oh, goodness, this is wonderful. Abundance. I see abundance. We have Garden of Eden abundance, spiritual abundance. We have financial abundance. This is a terrific reading. So sometimes that Lover's card is about if you're in a relationship, you have a nicer time or you have a time of greater appreciation for what you've built together. If you're not in a relationship, it could mean one is coming in, or it could simply mean that this is sort of a spiritual kind of love. And Spirit is saying, please understand that the abundance that you've enjoyed is because I love you so much. You know, I've wanted you to have that kind of thing. So I see terrific stability here too with the king and queen. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily indicate great wealth or anything like that, but it does indicate stability and it does indicate security and having enough, you know? And it can be health or wealth, different sources of security. But this is a wonderful reading. Wonderful. All right. For those of you who chose the banded stone here, the agate, we've got no major arcana, so not an earth-shattering kind of reading here. Probably no huge decisions, but we do have some nice energy with this King of Swords. So the King of Swords really does have the answer for the Ten of Wands. This king and this woman together, actually, huh? Because the King of Swords is all about doing what makes sense, doing what's logical, making a plan that's just a really good plan based on intellect and knowledge, and going through with it. You know, regardless of how you feel about it, just going through with it. Now, the Ten of Wands is this is somebody who is carrying a lot on his or her mind. You know, maybe it's a lot of goals. Maybe it's just feeling a little bit overburdening. You know, I think the King of Swords would say, well, you know what? You can only do one thing at a time. Let's make a good plan for this day. And either we plan to deal with something or we plan to do that another day, but let's not carry it all around with us like that, feeling like we're being pulled in 10 different directions. So really, that overburdening feeling here, that can be because you're just very busy and there's a lot and you are ably carrying it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like you're ready to drop it or anything, but you've got a lot of priorities. There's a way to deal with that. You know, there's a saying, don't worry, plan. And sometimes the difference between worrying and planning is actually sitting down and being deliberate about it. So I do think that writing and journaling or doing a bullet point plan for the day or something really can slow the thoughts down enough that you're handling one thing at a time and make a really nice plan and really get rid of this. So sometimes that's a good way to do it. But the Nine of Coins woman is also saying, yeah, but you've earned a lot. I mean, these cards to me suggest you're pretty hardworking. These cards to me suggest you're pretty responsible. And the Nine of Coins is the self-made woman, and she's saying there's more than just thinking, there's more than just working, there's more than just carrying all of this. You need to enjoy yourself too. You need to enjoy what you built, or why are you doing it? You need to take time to relax as well. So if you are making a plan for your day, and please include some time to take good care of yourself, because you're sitting pretty in some way. In some way, you've really earned it. The King of Swords is not afraid to set a boundary either. The King of Swords may say, I can't do everything today. I can do this and I can do that. That's my plan. That's how it's going to be. And I am going to take time to take care of myself because I need to stay well. So, a lot of times when we carry our to-do list around in our head anyway, it's not like we get more done. It's not like we get things done more quickly. In fact, we're more distractible. So sometimes we just have to make a choice. We can do this and we can't do that. All right, for those of you who chose the petrified wood, just beautiful, we've got the Hanged Man, the Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Okay, now the Hanged Man, he's about making the most of a delay, making the most of a situation that he can't move forward just yet by seeing things from a different perspective, accepting that there is the delay. Maybe there's a good reason for it. Maybe there's a piece of information that if you had it, you would be much better informed about the next step to take, so it's sort of a card of faith, I think. The Queen of Wands is about maturity, maturity of purpose. You're not going to give up your purpose. Even if there's a delay, you have a goal and you have it in hand. There may be a delay to the next step or a delay to something. It doesn't matter. You're not going to lose track of it because you're the Queen of Wands, the King or the Queen of Wands. You're not going to drop that wand. You're not going to drop your purpose. You have perseverance. And the Seven of Cups is, see, it's a lot of times if you are waiting on something to be resolved, the Seven of Cups is a temptation for us. We can start to think about all kinds of negative possibilities, or we can think about positive ones. And that always comes up when you're encouraged to think about positive outcomes, positive options, positive choices. You're encouraged to envision, use your ability to manifest, and go ahead and envision positive scenarios while you wait. That might be the change in perspective that's needed. Who knows? But these are good cards. There's nothing wrong with these cards. There is the message that you can create a positive expectation, which is hopeful and wonderful, or you can create a dreadful, I'm dreading this thing. It's not so great. But you really do have the choice with this Queen of Wands, with that kind of maturity. And for those of you who chose this clear stone, this clear sort of smoky quartz, we've got the Knight of Wands, we've got the Queen of Cups, and we have the Star card for hopefulness. All right. Well, this is really interesting. Boy, these are good cards too. Nobody's getting any bad cards today. So the Queen of Cups has that maturity to handle the emotions. And here we have water too. So there could even be some deep emotions happening today, but you know what? You're well able to handle it, and you're encouraged to be hopeful. You're encouraged. Any hopeful thought that kind of comes and wiggles its way on in your awareness, grab it. You're encouraged to take that thought and think, there's a good omen. And remember that you had the hope card today, the Star card. And so grab that hopeful thought and expand upon it. Entertain it. And in the meantime, there may be something, a goal that you're sort of working on. You're kind of midway through it and you want to keep making progress on it. And the Knight of Wands says you have the energy to move forward with it, and that is just fine. So sometimes it's just, we know our emotions, we understand them, we choose a more hopeful perspective, and we move on with action. And some things, can't be done. If you've got the Star card, the hope card, it's because there's something coming up that's good. Maybe you're not seeing it today. So today, you focus on a purpose, a goal. and you have positive expectation. All right. Well, I thank you all so very much, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.